Hey guys, so today's class is going to have a big focus on hamstrings and allowing our bodies to go into some deeper shapes like bird of paradise, tittibhasana, and even doing like pressing from tittibhasana to handstand or tittibhasana to headstand. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna come onto our backs. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask Marley to shift over. He's gonna be right here. All right, so we're gonna come lying on our back. Go ahead and lie flat. Reach the arms overhead. And then go ahead and take the legs all the way up to the ceiling. Now we're going to bring the fingers to the floor. Go ahead and lift the hips all the way up and over. Bring the fingertips towards the toes. And then hollow out the belly, scoop. Try to skim the knees along the chest. And lower all the way down. And then we're going to take it back up. All the way over. Exhale, skim the knees along the chest. Chin to chest, lower and hold. Keep it going. Knees along the chest. Hold. No. Lower. And then one more. Exhale. And then reach the arms all the way forward. We're going to lift up, Navasana. I will scoot back, so I'm in the frame. Lift, lower back down, Ardha. Exhale, lift, we'll call that 1. Lower down. Exhale, 2. Breathe. 3. 4. One more. And 5. Let's squeeze the knees into the chest. Get nice and long. And let's slowly bring the hands back behind us, feet flat, and just lift the hips. Let the head fall back. And then spread the fingers. We're going to drive the hips through the arms, flex the feet. And then lift back up. Again, hips through the arms, flex. Scoop up. Hips through the arms, flex, lift. And again, hold. And then release the heels. Take a big inhale, arms reach up. Go ahead and reach for the toes and fold. Bring the feet closer together since they were a little separated. Exhale, fold in. And then scoop all the way up. Let's go ahead and pull the knees in. We're going to cross the ankles. Roll over the knees and the ankles. Shift. Hands and knees. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, curling around. Again, inhale, open. Curling around. One more time. And hollow it out. Separate, or walk the hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes under, scoop the belly up. Downward facing. Stretching the back of the legs. Let's pedal out the feet. Separate the feet hips distance. Shift to plank. Pause in plank. Squeeze. Downward facing. Again, plank. Downward facing. Scoop it forward and back. Now shift all the way forward, pause, hold everything. Squeeze and lift the leg. Lower to Chaturanga. Back to plank. Big stretch of the leg. Square it off. Shift forward, left leg lifts. Lower to Chaturanga. Plank. Pause. And lift. Stretch. Breathe. Now shift to plank, pause, lift the right knee up. Now pull the knee in for 1. Send it back, knee to the right, send it back, knee left, back, lower to Chaturanga, upward face. Scooping it back, spreading the toes and fingers. All right, shift to plank, left leg reaches, knee in, send it back. Knee to the left, send it back. Knee twist, send it back. All the way in, Chaturanga. Roll over, pause, stretch. Scooping it up and back. Let's walk the hands, or the feet to the hands. Grab the elbows first, fold in. Release the fingers, open the heart. Fold in, let's go hands in the neck, or the back of the neck. And then slowly release. So walk the hands behind the feet. Shift the weight into the heels. Stretch, shift the weight into the toes. Shift back, toes up. Shift forward, heels up. Shift back, toes up. Heels up. Pause. Let's round all the way up and reach. Separate the feet. Go ahead and take the hands back. Open the heart. And let's fold in. And then slowly release. Maybe grab the elbows one more time, fold. Let's come into a little squat position. Elbows pressing into the knees, lift the heart. Stretching the shoulder. Other side. Maybe right, left hand back. Switch. And then slowly release, step it back. Take the right leg all the way up and back, bend the knee. Now we're going to shift, step that right foot all the way forward, and bring the right leg behind you. Fold in over the right leg, little stretch, fold in. Walk the hands back. Slowly walk the weight all the way forward, shift over that right leg, and then go ahead and open the hip. Stretch, start finding your standing split. Evenly walk out, start to take the nose to the knee. And then square everything off, drop that hip, pull the knee in, and then step it back. Let's come into a lunge. Start to lift up, reaching the arms up. And then slowly bring the hands all the way forward. Pause. Let's rotate to the outside of the left heel. Grabbing that right foot or right toe, pull the belly in. See if you can lift up for Vashi 2. Feeling the stretch in the legs. Really try to lock out that bottom leg. And then release that foot. Plant the palm, square off, shift the nose in, Chaturanga. Upward face, scoop it back, lift that left leg up, square it off, go ahead and step the left foot forward. We're going to stretch over that left leg, go ahead and fold in. Maybe walk the hands back. And then let's shift the weight forward. Go ahead and slowly press into that left foot. Start to find a standing split. So take a few breaths here to move around in this shape. Extend that leg up. Stretch, maybe grab the ankle, fold in. And then release. Go ahead and step it back. Finding a high lunge. Maybe bend that back leg. Scoop the weight. Bend into the front knee. Shift and reach. And then slowly release, pause. Bring both hands to the inside for a moment, little stretch and a high lunge. And then rotate to the outside of the right heel, left. Try it again. If you didn't quite nail it that first time, lift. And then slowly release. Plant the left hand. We'll pull the knee back in, take it back, Chaturanga. Roll it over, scoop it back. Breathe. Now we're gonna jump to the top of the mat. So spread those fingers, stretch into the back of the legs, scoop out the belly, lift, bend those knees, and jump. Getting a little bit of height, float to the top. Fold all the way in. And then rise up. Hands come into the heart. Take a moment. Feet together. Slowly reach up. Open the heart. Let's fold all the way in. Stretch. Fingers rise. Plant the palms. Lift. Chaturanga. Roll up and over. Scoop it back. Spreading the fingers and toes. Let's go again. Start to lift the heels, strong arms, gaze forward, floating up. Maybe start to get a little hang time. Shifting down. Go ahead and fold in. And then scoop up. Hands come into the heart. Take a moment. Arms reach. Open and fold. Rise up, plant the palms, start to shift, roll to the tippy toes, look forward, weight in the hands, Chaturanga. Big inhale up, scooping it back. Adjust your hands and feet. Let's go again, heels lift, bend those knees, floating it up, find a little balance. Pushing into the shoulders, the fingers, knuckles. And then start to hinge. All the way to the top of the mat, fold in. Let's rise up. Hands into the heart. Take a little moment here. Let's go ahead and separate the feet, top of the mat. Let's stretch the hands under the feet. And release. Let's go ahead and take a wrap. So I'm going to wrap the right hand behind, left hand behind, put all the weight in the left foot, drop the hips. Start to draw a line up the wall. Shifting the weight. If it feels okay, start to extend the leg. And let's release down. Take a little rest. Hold. Switching sides. Left hand wrapping. Bend the right knee. Look forward, draw a line up the wall with the eyes. Start to lift. Balancing. Locking out that standing leg. Drop the hip. And then start to lift. Chest up, shoulder opening. Slowly release. Back down to the floor. Take a little moment here, rest, grab the elbows, fold. Let's take a squat, Navasana. Breathe. Let's take it all the way down to the tailbone and take it up to Navasana. Lower all the way down, Ardha. Exhale, lift 1. Lower down. Exhale, 2. Breathe. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Now let's pause and split the legs. Wide like pancake fold stretch. Look forward. Slide the hands back. Push up. And bring the legs back together. Again, fold in. All right, let's bring the right leg up. Okay, we're gonna work into a seated compass. So slide the shoulder underneath the leg, left hand outside of the foot. And see if you can extend the leg. Look under, and then eventually look to the left. Both legs straight if you can. And then slowly release. Releasing that leg. Getting ready to set up the second side. I'm going to turn this direction. All right, breathe. Pulling that left knee in, slide the shoulder underneath. Right hand grabs outside of left foot. Left fingers go out to the side. Start to engage and lift. Gaze under the left for a moment. Try to lock out the legs. And eventually you look up to the right. And then slowly release. Let's fold in. All right, let's go ahead and split the legs. All right, so we'll just slide the hands underneath the feet. Maybe grab the toes. Try to lengthen the spine. And then see if you can take the heels just along the edge of the yoga mat. All right, and then try to slide the hands out a little bit. Underneath the knees. So you're gonna go really slow here. Try to flex the feet. Look forward, push out with the legs. Take your time, looking forward. Flat back if you can. I know it will round. And let's go with 5 to 7 breaths. Try to breathe. Try flexing those feet. Maybe even lifting them off the floor. And then go ahead and release. Shifting up. Let's take the legs into a Baddha Konasana shape. So feet together, knees apart. Maybe gently pressing the knees, really gently, not much. And then go ahead and separate or bring the feet a little further forward. Keep them together, fold in. Maybe the crown of the head goes towards that little place in the middle of the feet. All right, slowly release. So now let's take a moment. We're gonna lie on our back. Lie flat. Breathe. Pull that right knee in for a moment. Take the right leg up. Let's get a little stretch along the hamstring, lift. Reach back. Let's open up the leg like compass. Getting hips, hamstring. Feeling that stretch. Now reach around with the left hand for the right foot. Stretch. And maybe even slide that shoulder underneath. You could wrap if you like. Stretch. Also bend this knee and bring the foot flat for a moment if you'd like, and work on straightening the right leg. All right, and gently release and straighten. All right, take a little moment, stretch this hip, maybe bring the foot in, bend it, the knee. Second side. bringing the left knee in. Maybe a little half happy baby. Or hold the knee. And start to straighten the left leg, lift up. Reach back, open the hip up. Now from here, we're going to start to work into the compass, so start by straightening the leg. And then see if you can start sliding the shoulder underneath. So be gentle. You can wrap that left hand back. Take the right hand around. Maybe grab the outside of that foot and try to straighten. And one side's going to be much more challenging. I'm going to turn around this way just so the view is better. All right, so this leg's up, stretching, opening. And then I'm working towards sliding that shoulder under. Maybe wrapping and maybe reaching back. Finding that left foot. Then start to stretch. Think compass. You can keep this knee bent for now. Maybe eventually straighten it. Just depending on how it feels. Again, it's pretty hard to get the hand to wrap all the way back. Here. And then try to straighten both legs. And then release. Take a little moment. Woo. Rest. All right, squeeze the knees in. Let's come up. All right. Now let's come into standing. So I'm gonna come all the way up to standing. Shift forward. Fold in. Try to wrap the hands gently between the legs. Okay? And then what we're trying to do is walk the feet in. Only go so far as your body tells you to go. And eventually trying to snuggle those shoulders underneath. All right? So it's nice and slow. Take your time, and then we trying to wrap the hands back. Separate the feet a little bit. Walking the hands behind. And maybe walk the feet out towards the edges of the mat. And just kind of take your time here working into straight legs. You can bend and straighten. So don't worry about clasping, especially at first. It's a really hard pose. Now let's take a little rest. Drop those hips. Woo! Let's fold in. So let's straighten the legs. Hands back. Stretch and fold. And then release. Let's roll up. Get a little stretch. Let's separate the feet wide. and fold in. And open the chest, a little stretch to the left and the right. Hold the toes, fold in. All right, let's turn back, stretch again, working on folding in. So let's take the hands back. This time we're gonna slowly drop the tailbone. Go ahead and take the legs, maybe just hook them, like Bhuja Pidasana, okay? Then open, maybe stretch, roll the head towards the floor. And I'm gonna flip back up with the head and try extending the legs. Breathing, think firefly, little bend in the elbows, little bend in the elbows. And then go ahead and extend the elbow, or take the legs a little further out, the arms open. Now take the crown of the head to the floor and start to lift the legs. Think tripod headstand. Now we're coming back into that straddle. Try to shift the weight down, toes down, feet down, and shift all the way forward. And go ahead and just drop the butt, grab the outside of the feet, sit up, and then let's release the legs, lift the chest, stretch and fold. Sliding back, fold in. All right, and let's come back up, shift the weight. Let's fold in. Slide those hands around. Scooping out the belly. Let's try to snuggle the shoulders a little bit more. Okay, try to walk the feet a little closer together, heels together, toes apart. Maybe the hands go back slowly. Separate the feet a little bit, walk them out. Straighten the legs as much as you can. All right. Bring the hands back down. Scooping out the belly. Bring those heels together again. Dropping the hands. Take it into your firefly, butt down, and scoop the legs. Try to squeeze and point the toes. Press into the legs. Look up. Breathe. Stretch. And then shift up, pause, bring the feet down, and release and let it go. Woo. Come into a little squat. Breathe. So this is exhausting stuff, so make sure that you take breaks. All the way up. Let's get a little stretch. Fold forward. All right, again, bring the heels in, shift, scoop and fold, separate the feet, take a moment, open the chest, let's come up to standing, squeeze and lift, breathe. All right, let's shift back in. Fold. Take those hands underneath. Let's walk the feet in. Really scoop out the belly. Slide those shoulders. Keep working the feet closer.
Remember, toes out, heels in. Stretch. Bring those hands back. Maybe straighten the legs. Do your best. Doesn't have to be perfect. Releasing the hands. Walk them in. Heels together. Hands down. Shift up. Squeeze those legs. Shift up if you can. Strong arms, straighten those legs. Now squeeze them up and together. Go ahead and shift back if you can. Scooping out the belly, pushing under the arms, and coming down. All the way down. Last little pancake stretch. Maybe slide the legs back. Bringing the hands back. Start to roll up. Push into the knuckles, lift. Scoop out the belly. Whew. Pedal out the feet. Go ahead and drop the knees. Take a little child's pose, rest. Forehead down, hands back. And then slowly release up, reaching the hands up. Take the hands back behind the hips, open the heart, fold in, crown of the head, stretch. And then slowly release, open the chest. Reaching that left hand up. Let's stretch out that left shoulder. And back. Second side, right arm reaching. Take it through. Woo! And stretch back. And then finally rest. And maybe shift. We'll roll over the feet. Shift through, come to the back. Feet together, knees apart. Go ahead and rest.